fast. For all the haters out there that say we don't know how to do it, I got the best team in the world that's gonna prove you wrong and show you just how good we are.
So we're here at Modern Racing up there. We're gonna put the car on the dyno because we've been having an issue with the car dropping a cylinder. Number 3, no matter what we've done, it always drops whenever we leave the starting line. During the burnout, firing the car up, everything seems to be running fine. But when you put a load on it, when it goes on the brake and we let go of the button, number 3 always drops. I'm sorry, number 3's here, that's number 5. We have changed the coils, we have changed the plug wire, we have changed the injectors. The only thing that we have not changed is the injector driver inside and the FT spark over there. Justin and his guys already moved the injector drivers around. We're gonna warm it up right now and then we're gonna make our first pull. If it moves it over to the other side of the motor, then we know we have an issue with the injector drive. So this is a little bit trial and error. Instead of us being out there and making runs on the car, shaking the tires, skating around, doing all that, it's better just to come to a hub dyno. So we're gonna fire this bad boy up. I'm gonna go ahead and warm it up for Justin, and then Justin's gonna get suited up. He's gonna get inside the car and I'm gonna let him make the dyno pulls. I'm just not comfortable with making the dyno pulls. I have no problem admitting that to anybody. So let's go ahead and fire this bad boy up. Again. And that's, yeah, that's what I see again at the track too. About half track. You have another empty spark? I do. So tell them what's wrong. What? Piece of shit. Nothing wrong with it. That's a fucking race car. I hate them. Yeah, it lost number 8 on that run too. It just loses cylinders. Dropping hole. Yeah, there's no, nothing came up in the air. Let me go see if I can get it. Go down here and get inside it. Guys, so I didn't do much talking yesterday. It was very loud inside here. You got that big fan running up there. You got Prenup right here running. The 2 fans back here. It is just extremely loud. So before I go ahead and start tearing stuff apart, we're gonna go ahead and let y'all know that we did find the issue. The issue that we were having, we've been fighting it the last 2 races. We've been changing stuff out, trying to figure out what it is. I've already talked to a few people. They've never seen the part that we had fail have that kind of issue. Well, when we went to New England Dragway and we ran against Kai Kelly, we ran a first round against Tim Brown, I believe his name is. We were having issues. The car was only running on 7 cylinders. It was dropping number 3 right here, no matter what we did. So every round we were changing coil, plug wire, injectors, trying to figure out why it was not firing number 3. Fast forward, we thought it was a plug wire, so we borrowed a plug wire from Blvd Brothers. We put it on there, went to go run our third round. The car launched out of there like a rocket, and the car shut off against Randy Williams. We thought we had the issue fixed, we just didn't know why the car shut off. So when we came to Modern Racing, we went ahead and found out we had a plug issue with the FT Spark. We fixed that. We said, okay, we're good to go. We're gonna go to our next race. This is when we drove back to Pennsylvania. Friday night, grudge racing comes around. We went ahead and ran our first grudge race against Blvd Brothers. It went down on 7 cylinders. Got back to the pits, found out that number 3 was not firing. It was clean as a whistle. Let me see if this actually shows anything. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but see how clean the plug is? It just wasn't firing. It wasn't doing nothing. Went to go run Larry Larson, put a little bit hotter tune-up in it, changed the plug wires because we thought maybe that was an issue. So that now it's the second time we changed the plug wires because we did change it when we were in New England Dragway. So we changed the plug wires. We thought, we fired it up in the pits, everything was working good. We thought it was all good. Went out there, ran Larry Larson. Once the car got a load on it, got out there, even though it made a good run, it still only went down on 7 cylinders. So fast forward to Saturday, going against Chuck. That race went down, he kicked my ass. We went down on 7 cylinders again. That's why instead of us going to another track and trying to test and try to keep things, we went ahead and brought it here to the hub dyno. That's why we're making runs on it, and we needed to find an issue. After about 69 runs, I'm gonna have to change the rods in this thing. We went through a Pro Charger. That's why we're changing the Pro Charger right now. You can see the front of it. We went ahead and touched the Pro Charger down, but we finally found the issue, and the issue was ECU, the FT600 right here. Something inside this ECU was making it drop cylinders. When we put it on the dyno, and that's why you'll see in the previous videos, whenever we were making pulls, you were seeing it shoot fuel out the exhaust, and it was shooting about 2-3 foot in the air. So it was dropping cylinders wherever it wanted to. When we got at the track, it was only dropping number 3. We put on a hub dyno, it was dropping number 3 and number 8. So it was just gradually getting worse and worse and worse. A lot of people were asking, do we think the startup issue when we were at New England Dragway was part of that deal? It may have been. That's probably when it was starting to go out, and it was just steadily getting worse. Nobody has ever seen nothing like this or happen. We're gonna send it back to Fuel Tech. They're gonna go through, they're gonna look at it, they're gonna see if they can find an issue with what's going on in it. Even though we know there's an issue because we made our last pull, all we did was finally change out the ECU, and this thing went back to making the numbers that it is. We touched the Pro Charger down. Luckily, he only took a 3rd gear. It wasn't bad. So we're gonna pull the Pro Charger off today. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna change it out, we're gonna get it put back together, and then we're gonna make one final pull on the dyno, turn the lock up, everything on, like we were gonna normally make a pass, and see what this bad boy does. And then if everything's good, we're gonna load it up. We're gonna head on down to Aiken, South Carolina for House of Hook Thursday night. We're gonna make some shakedowns there. We're gonna get some test passes and just some data and collect everything that we can and get ready for Darlington this weekend for Street Outlaws No Prep Kings Season 4 race number 5. I had to walk outside this loud ass shop. I'm gonna have to get my man Justin. We gotta get him a true, real air compressor. Hey, how many times does our air compressor go off throughout the day?
I think it's a honka over there. You can't even hear yourself think that bitch is so loud.
You gotta talk a little louder because it's loud in here. I'm gonna buy you a real air compressor.
Yeah.
Where?
Bro, they're on our way to Texas. That's why those are here.
Oh, I can tell. So we're gonna go ahead and make one final pull. We've already warmed it up, got everything ready. Had to change the Pro Charger. We messed up yesterday on the dyno, and we heard a Pro Charger. We're sending that out. Pro Charger's been helping me out a lot lately, overnighting things, getting stuff sent out to them. Last week, they got it back to me for the race. We heard one here, so we're overnighting it. Gonna go ahead and have Walton and my Pro Charger fix it for us, and they said they'll have it back to me before Darlington. We're about to see what she's gonna do on the dyno, figure out if everything is fixed, lock up, ignition, everything's good right here. She'll show the data on this screen right there behind me, And if everything is good and everything's working, we're gonna load it up. We're gonna go to House of Hook on Thursday, and which will be tomorrow. And hopefully to see y'all out there. If y'all are close to Aiken, South Carolina, or House of Hook, come on out, have fun, hang out, get to see Prenup, make some passes. We're gonna try to get some data on it before we head to Darlington for our Street Outlaw No Prep Kings race. Made it to the end of the video, boys. Head on over to JustinSwanstrom69.com. Click on it. Make sure you get your merchandise. We got new merch, but one thing I do want to talk about is the OnlyFans. If you scroll down, you can see all the new merch that we got online. You can see people have been buying it. Guy just bought out of Colorado Springs. That's awesome. But the OnlyFans, $12.95 a month, boys. You'll put your email in, it'll let you go through, it'll tell you what all you gotta do to be a part of the OnlyFans. If you wanna come hang out with the Swan Gang, you wanna hang out with Big Daddy Brian, me, my dad, Big Country, either at the racetrack, at the house, more behind the scenes footage, more one-on-one with everybody, you need to be a part of this. Go subscribe.